Hello, I'm Alina, and this is Sense of Scents, where I describe fragrances for you in all five senses so you get a better feel and vibe for them. And today I have one by Swiss Arabian. It is called Shaghaf, and this is the Oud Ahmar. Ahmar, I believe, means red. I could be mispronouncing this, so I apologize. This is what the inside of the box looks like. It does not have an authentication sticker on it on the back, so please do make sure that you buy this from a reputable website in order to make sure that you get the real deal, because yes, there are dupes of dupes and there's knockoffs of those as well, believe it or not. And this is what the bottle looks like. It is a gorgeous red color, and this is the bottom. Let me show you what the atomizer is like. It's got pretty good reach. It is well done. And a little bit about this one up front. When I do Middle Eastern write-ups or reviews, I always touch on whether it has a Middle Eastern vibe to it and what does that mean to me. Does it have oud or is it spice heavy? In this case, absolutely not, to my nose at all. So I did 4 sprays of this in 80 degrees on skin. I always test on skin for the reviews, and I do mention what it dries down like on the test strip, because that's what you're more likely going to get on your clothing. If you spray on clothing, what that dry down is like. So 4 sprays on skin in 80 degrees. I wore it before and after the 80-degree mark, but for this particular review and write up, this is the temperature and the setting so that you know how it behaves in that type of weather. And projection on this, I would give it a 5 out of 10, roughly 3 feet. It didn't project much past that from the beginning all the way to the end, and kind of stayed close. So to me, for Middle Eastern, I'm pretty rough when I rate them, because I usually expect a pretty intense projection. In this case, 3 feet, and gives a 5 out of 10 score for me. For longevity, however, this one lasts. I gave it about a 7 out of 10. I got 7 hours out of this. And then only after 7 hours did it become a faint skin scent. So it was pretty good for an all-day type of a wear. For the dry down, it took about 45 minutes from the opening until it came to its final phases on skin. And on the test strip, after the full dry down, it was rose and woodsy. Those are the 2 main elements that came through on the test strip. For time niche, I put this in for spring and summer. I thought it would work best. It is quite bright in spite of its woodsy undertone, and it works, I think, pretty good for day and evening. Now for the 5 senses. For taste, I got a mouthful of watermelon, apple, cherry, Jolly Ranchers, all combined together. And also a sense of poached peaches that were done in rose water. If you ever smelled rose water, imagine poaching peaches in that, and that kind of a combo to it with a little bit of vanilla bean added to it. So there is a little vanilla that comes through in this one as well. For sight, I got a huge bouquet of cherry red helium balloons on one of those vendor carts. So it's a seemingly airy type of a sight, but the impact is significant. And this perfume to me behaves the same way. It is bright, but it is impactful. You definitely feel it. It is not a soft perfume by any means. Although it is not a heavy, dense one, it does make an impact. Also, for sight, I got red silk sheets. It has that kind of a sheen to it, and it's pretty bright and very, wow, noticeable. And for sound, I got California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. It's a smooth, well-blended, upbeat type of a harmony. This is what I got from this perfume. Also, Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer. And for touch, I would describe this touch-wise kind of as a silicone flask, the kind that, you know, for the sports drinks type of bottles. So it has a smooth feel to it and perfectly sanded wood. So it's neither warm nor cool, but has a very smooth and pleasant texture to the touch. So this is what this reminded me of as far as the feeling of it in hand. For smell, as cheesy as this sounds, bear with me, I got this kind of a picture of a wooden wicker basket, warmed by the sun, filled with fresh fruit while sitting on a blanket, kind of having a picnic in a floral meadow. So you get flowers, you get bright fruit, and you get warmed woods, all combined in one. So it's very, very well blended in that regard. And I think it's appropriate for office. I think it's appropriate for leisure wear. I don't think this would work for an evening out. It's a little bit too light. It's a little bit too crisp. And this is definitely female, feminine leaning perfume in the traditional sense. I don't know that it's marketed that way. I think it is put out as for men and women. If you enjoy floral scents, you enjoy fruity scents, then by all means, rock it. However, I don't think there is enough of a woodsy undertone. There isn't a heavy enough base to have a masculine touch to it. So I think it is a pretty feminine leaning fragrance. So I would love your feedback on it. If you have this one, if you've tried this, please leave in the comments what your experience has been with it, both for longevity, performance, and what kind of scent profile you get from this. So if you've enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would appreciate that as well. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you. Please do take care of yourselves. Take care.